Roster shakeups, star players bouncing, coaching chaos. It's been an absolute dumpster fire over at Jerry World. But in the midst of all this mayhem, one move could be the refreshing blast of ice water that Cowboys Nation so desperately needs. I'm talking about the potential signing of Calais the Terminator Campbell, a grizzled defensive line vet who just might be the missing piece that elevates this Cowboys D from good to downright unstoppable in 2024. Yeah, you heard me right. This 38-year-old monster is still out here putting up all-pro numbers and making offensive linemen question their career choices. So gear up, hit that like button, and get subscribed, because we're going deep on why bringing in Campbell could be a franchise-altering move for America's team. You don't want to miss a second of this scorching hot analysis. Let's get it. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. If you are a Cowboy die-hard fan, this video is for you. Please subscribe for more latest news and updates of Dallas Cowboys. Today, we're diving deep into the Dallas Cowboys' pursuit of a defensive game-changer that could make or break their 2024 campaign. So strap yourselves in and get those comment fingers ready, because this is gonna be a wild ride. Now, let's rewind a bit and set the stage. The Cowboys have been through the offseason from hell, and I'm not just talking about those scorching Texas summers. We're talking major roster shakeups, players jumping ship left and right. It's been complete chaos in Big D. Let's start with the departures of key offensive weapons, Tony Pollard and Tyrone Smith. Pollard was an absolute lightning bolt out of the backfield last season, racking up over 1,300 total yards and 12 touchdowns. His sudden exit leaves a massive void that the Cowboys will struggle to fill. And then there's Tyrone Smith, the man mountain who anchored that offensive line for over a decade. With him gone, Dak Prescott better invest in some top-notch bodyguards, because the pressure's gonna be relentless. But the biggest bombshell dropped when defensive mastermind Dan Quinn decided to take his talents to the nation's capital, inking a deal with the Washington Commanders. This guy was the architect behind the Cowboys' suffocating defense that terrorized offenses last season. His departure leaves a colossal hole, not just on the field, but in the coaching staff dynamics as well. Can Mike McCarthy and the new defensive coordinator find that same magic? Only time will tell. Amidst all this chaos, the Cowboys' playoff run last season served as a brutal reality check. Their defense, which had been an impenetrable fortress all year, got absolutely shredded by Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers in the wild-card round. It was like watching a hot knife go through butter, exposing every flaw and vulnerability in that unit. Enter Marcus Mosher from the 33-yard team, a dude who knows a thing or two about building championship-caliber defenses. This guy has been sounding the alarm bells, pointing out the gaping holes left by the departures of key defensive linemen like Dorrance Armstrong, Neville Gallimore, and the big kahuna, Jonathan Hankins. Let me break it down for you. Hankins was an absolute force in the middle of that D-line, gobbling up blockers and collapsing pockets like it was his day job. His surprise move to the Seattle Seahawks left a crater-sized void that the Cowboys desperately need to fill. So what's the solution, you ask? Well, according to Mosher, the answer lies in a grizzled veteran who's still got plenty of tread left on those tires. I'm talking about none other than Calais Campbell, the ageless wonder of the defensive line. Now, before you start doubting this guy's abilities based on his advanced age, let me hit you with some mind-blowing stats. Campbell is 38 years young, but last season with the Atlanta Falcons, he put up numbers that would make even the brashest of rookies blush. We're talking 6.5 sacks, 17 quarterback hits, and 10 tackles for loss. The man was an absolute wrecking ball. But it's not just about the numbers, fam. Campbell's true value lies in his versatility and experience. This dude can line up anywhere on the defensive front, defensive tackle, base end, you name it. And with 16 years of NFL battle scars under his belt, including a whopping 6 Pro Bowl selections, he brings a level of savvy and intelligence to the field that you just can't teach. Now, imagine this seasoned vet lining up alongside the likes of Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. Talk about a nightmare scenario for opposing offenses. Parsons is already a one-man wrecking crew, but add Campbell to the mix, and you've got a defensive juggernaut capable of demolishing even the most potent of attacks. But wait, there's more. Campbell's potential fit in Dallas goes beyond just on-field heroics. His addition could be a stroke of genius from a financial and strategic standpoint as well. You see, the Cowboys are in a bit of a cap crunch after shelling out big bucks to keep their core together. Signing a top-tier free agent to a massive long-term deal just ain't in the cards right now. But with Campbell, they get a proven commodity on a potentially team-friendly, short-term deal. It's the perfect stopgap solution to address their immediate defensive needs without breaking the bank. And let's not forget about the scheme fit. Mike Zimmer, the Cowboys' new defensive coordinator, is known for his aggressive, attack-minded philosophies. Campbell's ability to disrupt from multiple fronts perfectly aligns with Zimmer's vision, giving the Cowboys' defense the kind of versatility and unpredictability that can keep opposing offenses on their toes. But of course, no blockbuster move comes without its fair share of risks and doubts. Some pundits might question whether Campbell, at his advanced age, can still hold up against the rigors of an entire NFL season. After all, the grind of a 16-game campaign is no joke, even for the most seasoned of vets. Then there's the question of role and playing time. Would the Cowboys use Campbell as a rotational piece, spelling their starters in key situations? Or would they hand him a more significant workload, risking potential wear and tear on that 38-year-old body? These are the kinds of questions the Cowboys' brain trust will have to grapple with as they weigh the pros and cons of this potential move. But if they can find the right balance, if they can tap into Campbell's wealth of experience while managing his snaps effectively, the reward could be well worth the risk. At the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys are a team in transition, a once mighty juggernaut looking to recapture their former glory. The departures of key players and coaches have left gaping holes that need to be filled, and the defense, in particular, is an area of concern after that disastrous playoff showing against the Packers. That's the end of today's video. I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos.